Hi, welcome to the PoliticAL update with me, Alexandra Acker-Lyons. I pay attention to the political news so you don't have to. It is Friday, July 25th. Hello from Ocean City, New Jersey, where I have been trying to work the governor's race into conversations with actual voters. There's a lot of Pennsylvania people here, including my in-laws. We come every summer. It's awesome. Some Trump flags, it's a real slice of America. Shoutout of the week goes to Stephen Colbert. I first remember coming across Stephen Colbert when he was an early Daily Show correspondent. And then I went back and watched some of his sketch comedy stuff, but have been a giant fan for many, many years. I'm incredibly proud of the way he's been speaking out since CBS announced that they would be canceling him. And I'm sure that he will be kind of switching venues or platforms or what have you, but not really going anywhere. Also love to see all of the other late night all white guys, coalescing behind him and supporting him. That is really what we need in this moment. Okay, lots of candidate news this week. First off, Roy Cooper, woo! Roy Cooper, the former governor of North Carolina, is going to jump into that Senate race early next week. And this is kind of long time coming, but finally doing it. And it looks like Republican National Committee Chair Michael Walkley is going to run on the Republican side. Not sure yet if he's going to clear the field there, but this is going to be a battle royale, probably upwards of $1 billion Senate race that could, in fact, determine control of the Senate going forward. So lots more coming on that. In New York 17, Mike Lawler has officially decided not to run for governor, paving the way for Elise Stefanik. This is my home congressional district. I am really bummed that he is running again because we have some awesome candidates running there. It just makes it a little bit harder for them to flip it, but still completely doable. And I would rather run against Elise Stefanik. She has gone full MAGA crazy, and that is not going to fly statewide in New York. In Arizona's 2nd congressional district, Jonathan Nez, who is a tribal leader, is taking another turn at this district. It's tough but doable, and he's a great candidate. So there's going to be a lot of competitive races in Arizona this cycle, both congressional and then opportunities to flip the state legislature, and then the closest governor's race in the country, the closest attorney's general race in the country. Lots going on in Arizona. In Nevada, unexpectedly, Alexis Hill, who is the Washoe County, that's like the Reno area, commission chair, jumped into that governor's race, facing off against Attorney General Aaron Ford, who had been widely expected to clear the field, be the front runner. I've never heard of her before, not really sure what's going on there, but if she looks like a viable candidate, I am sure that we will talk more about her. And then news reports out of Virginia show that the Republican Party nationally, the RGA and the RNC, might be giving up on Virginia in terms of the governor's race. Abigail Spanberger is up by an astonishing 12 points. That is a huge margin in a state like Virginia, and outraised Winsome Earl Sears 2-1. There would be huge implications for this down ballot if that happens. I think our voters are probably more motivated than their voters, but we have incredibly tight margins in the state legislature in Virginia, so need to make sure those candidates are funded and that we're able to get our voters out. In other political news, we are still talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Again, I can't believe that this is the thing. But if it's the thing to bring down Trump, great. But we really have to tie this to people's everyday lives and talk about it in the context of Donald Trump protecting himself and his billionaire friends at the literal expense of everyone else. So we can't spend the entire August recess just talking about Jeffrey Epstein. That is not productive. We have to make sure that this is tied to people's lives, tied to economic issues. But Mike Johnson is so afraid of Donald Trump, Democrats, and now even his own caucus, that he sent the House of Representatives home for a 6-week recess. We're not supposed to call it recess. We're supposed to call it the district work period. And they do work really hard during the district work period. I hope that they also take a vacation because everyone needs rest. But he sent them home rather than face more votes on releasing the Epstein files. So I don't think that this issue is going away. It is divisive within the Republican caucus and within MAGA world. So I expect that we'll keep talking about this. Next week, I'm hosting an event for Vote Save America and some other awesome organizations. I'm not quite sure how we're going to cram this many people into my house, but more people is a good thing. So I'll report back on that. But Vote Save America has tons of resources about 2025 and 2026. Amazing organizations on the ground doing the work. And while I joke, like Pod Save America and Crooked Media is run by the bros, Vote Save America is run by an amazing woman. And then finally, 2028 has begun. Axios has a story about the 2028 field, grouping likely and potential candidates, and noting that it could be the largest and longest primary ever. I think this is a good thing. More voices out there is a good thing. Good ideas rise to the top. Good candidates emerge. No one knew who Pete Buttigieg was 9-10 years ago. So there's always surprises, and having people out there talking about our values is a good thing. So I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. If you are in a beautiful location like me, good for you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.